Hey everybody, it's Jungle Jenna, and I'm back with the Rise of Skywalker teaser trailer reaction / review. So I'm not really one of those. I'm not really. I like watching reactions, but I'm not really one to do live reactions myself because I tend to be like more of a monotone person, and I internalize a lot of my reactions. So in the past, when I have tried to do reactions, like, they're just really boring because I'm literally just sitting there, just staring at the screen and not emoting at all. So I am wearing my, you probably can't see it, but I'm wearing my Rey and Kylo Ren The Last Jedi t-shirt today. I'm going to wear that to work. So I'm excited. I'm in full Star Wars mode now. I watched the trailer the minute that I got off of work because I saw that my mom had texted me the trailer, and I saw that it was titled The Rise of Skywalker, so I was immediately like very intrigued and excited. And I waited. I didn't watch it right there on my cell phone because I had to take the bus from work to the transit station and then to my house, and then I had to take my dog out for a walk. And then I got home and I brought up the trailer on YouTube on my TV, and I turned up the volume as loud as I could, and I watched it several times. And okay, so I wrote down my thoughts on like this tiny little whiteboard. So I have a lot more thoughts than these, but hopefully I can read my handwriting. I tried to cram everything onto the whiteboard, but we'll see how well I do. But the first thing that I noticed, or the first thing that really stood out to me about the trailer is that was just the look of it. The Last Jedi the cinematography was very rich, the colors were very vibrant, you know, Rian Johnson used a lot of red, whereas in this, J.J. Abrams used more kind of muted colors, and he utilized a lot of like desolate landscapes. So it kind of like gave it an eerie feeling to me a little bit, but I actually, you know, really loved that, and I loved the look of it. I loved the cinematography, and I absolutely loved Rey's costume. So it's kind of interesting because, like, back when The Force Awakens first came out, a lot of Reylo shippers were speculating that, you know, she would go from her slightly dirty off-white costume in The Force Awakens to a darker costume in The Last Jedi, and then go fully black in Episode 9, kind of the way that Luke did in the original trilogy. And so far, you know, Rey could have more than one costume in Episode 9, but so far what they're doing is she had kind of her dirty off-white costume in The Force Awakens. She had a dark gray and black costume that she wore kind of in the latter half of the movie, and then now she's just gone pure white. She's like white as snow. So it's kind of interesting to see the progression of her character's costumes, and I kind of wonder, like, she just looks more refined. She looks more pulled together, more grown up. So I kind of just wonder what that says about her character and kind of like the role that she'll play in The Last Jedi. And let me take a look at my notes here. My handwriting is so messy. So I'm happy to see that they're going to have, instead of having this very segmented movie where everyone's on their own journey, I'm happy to see that everyone will be together. And it's awesome that C-3PO is going to be included in on this, because he's pretty much just been on the sidelines. Like, he's been kind of an afterthought in these movies. So I'm really happy to see him included, and I'm sure that will be a source of humor in the movie. The only thing that I'm kind of concerned about is where everyone is together. Like, how much time will that leave for like Reylo scenes and kind of the Rey and Kylo Ren dynamic? So that's one thing that I'm kind of concerned about, or just wanting to see how they'll pull that off. Like, I'm wondering if they'll have Rey and Kylo Ren have strictly Force-bond scenes and no scenes where they're actually like physically together, because like I wouldn't mind if they have Force-bond scenes, but I would actually like to see them together more often and have longer scenes, as opposed to like 1 minute scenes where you're just getting a little taste of their relationship, as opposed to, you know, like fully exploring it. And that leads me to my next point. Daisy Ridley did say in an interview that the Kylo Ren and Rey dynamic will be explored further in the Rise of Skywalker. So I'm really excited about this, and I'm kind of like hesitant to get my hopes up high because I really just want to see how it's done in the final product. But it would be a really nice payoff, because in The Last Jedi, one of the things I was kind of disappointed about, even though I loved the scenes between Rey and Kylo Ren, I just felt like the scenes were so short. And when they did team up, it was very short-lived. So I kind of want to see more depth and more interaction between these characters. And maybe I'll be disappointed, but who knows? I'm not going to sit and speculate on the Rise of Skywalker the way I did with The Last Jedi. I'm only going to do this teaser trailer review, and I'm kind of debating on whether or not I'm even going to watch the official trailer. So from this point till the movie comes out, there won't be very many videos from me, just because I would rather not sacrifice my viewing experience of seeing the Rise of Skywalker for the first time, you know, to get more followers on YouTube and stuff. So let me see what my next point is. So a lot of people are wondering, like when I first saw the scene with, well, I mean, a lot of people are claiming that it is Kylo because it looks like, the ship looks like his TIE silencer, and the gloves do look like his gloves and his hands. But there's a possibility that it's not Kylo. But if it is Kylo, you know, my first impression was that it was Kylo. And when they're out in the desert and Rey does her super cool force jump thing over the TIE silencer, you know, at first I was thinking, oh no, you know, they're fighting. But then people were talking about how they could potentially be training together because the shots are different. If you look at the backgrounds, you know, the mountains are different, the clouds are different. So it's possible that they could be training together and practicing on working together. So I'm very hesitant to buy into any of these theories or speculations because I really got my hopes up high for The Last Jedi, and then I was actually very disappointed after I saw the movie. And I love it now. Like I love, there are things I don't like about The Last Jedi, but I love about 80% of it. And but I was like depressed for a week after I saw it, just because I was so like, I didn't know like where Rayla was going, and I was very hopeless about the situation. So I'm just going to kind of take all of these theories with a grain of salt and just wait and see how things turn out. But it would be really cool if they were training together, and I would love that. And then another thing that I really loved about the trailer, Lando seems genuinely excited to be back. So I thought his laugh was so infectious, and it was so awesome to see him flying the Millennium Falcon, since it did belong to him prior to, you know, not Raul, sorry, I've got Phantom of the Opera on the brain, prior to Han winning the Millennium Falcon from him. So I was really excited to see Lando. Let me look at my notes. Sorry, I'm taking a long time. Okay, and then another thing I wanted to talk about was Kylo Ren's mask being fixed. Someone is taking the pieces and putting it back together. And at first I thought it was Kylo. Like, the natural assumption is to believe that it's Kylo doing this because it's his mask. But if you do take a closer look, and I'm sure you've heard this, you've heard other people talk about this, I noticed that it almost looks like a furry arm, or like either it's a creature that's fixing the mask for him, or it's someone who's wearing like a fur coat. And so I thought it was kind of weird. Like, when I realized that it was like this furry creature fixing the mask, I'm like, okay, this takes this to a whole new level. So we'll see how this goes. And then last but not least, Palpatine's laugh. when I first heard Palpatine's laugh, I just stared at the screen and I was like, WTF. Like this, I just totally did not anticipate this. But I'm also very excited at the prospect of Palpatine coming back, you know, because, and who knows to what capacity he will come back. But if he ends up being kind of ultimately being like the big bad of this trilogy, it actually frees up a lot for Kylo Ren's character to have a redemption arc and to, you know, and to go back to the light and stuff. And, you know, who knows what will happen, but, you know, those were kind of just my initial thoughts. And also, oh, I forgot to write on my whiteboard. The other thing that I just absolutely adored was when Kylo Ren was body slamming that person into the ground. Like he just like he hooks him with his arm and then he just throws him onto the ground. And after I saw that, I was like, there's my baby. Oh, there's my husband. So I'm sure that pretty much every other Reylo fangirl was saying the exact same thing. So Kylo Ren has got a lot of wives out in the galaxy. But that's pretty much all I have for this particular review. I'm sure I'm missing something. I just wrote down kind of like my initial thoughts and reactions to what I saw. So hopefully you enjoyed my review and my reaction. And definitely leave your comments below. But please, I'm just, you know, I can't control like what people post in the comment section, but I'm trying very, very hard to stay away from leaks and spoilers. So please don't post leaks and spoilers in the comment section. If you do happen to, then I'll just skip over it and it's no big deal. But, you know, I'm just trying to avoid that stuff. So, yeah, thank you so much and have a great day. Bye.